Frank the Florida Man here with the Florida Man Speak. The Florida Man is now speaking. Get ready to hear some serious shit.
Apparently, the studio we're in is a bit of a Florida Man place because there's been like lightning coming out of the window over there. I don't know what's going on, but I just maybe it's like, is it your dead cousin? You know, you're talking about him. You got his attention. He wants to show us that he's here.
Probably. No. He was a mechanic, not an electrician. You got to stick with the story.
That's true. Well, I have another uncle who's an electrician.
Oh, is he dead?
No.
Okay. Well.
He's just an alcoholic.
Oh, that's perfect. So you talked about this a little bit about your crazy Florida Man family, because I remember a while ago you were saying that like half your family's kind of normal, half is like the meth head, crazy ass Florida man, Florida woman, and you said you're something of a hybrid. That's why you're the non-meth variety Florida man.
Yes, I am a hybrid. Well, for like the normal half the family, my grandfather, if anyone looks at an Alcoa aluminum wheel or anything to do with the Alcoa recycling facilities, my grandfather actually invented all that stuff. He has about 21 patents to his name.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So Grandpa started out strong. I love it.
Yeah, okay. Grandpa and...
was he crazy?
So the Florida man is either really, really brilliant or completely fucking crazy.
Exactly. Well, like I said, really fucking brilliant is designing fucking recycling equipment and building aluminum wheels.
So we talked about, the one who, had the breast cancer, and by breast cancer, pouring scalding water and slapping her tit and taking a picture. Oh, yeah, and she left her ring on, too.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And then there was... I think on the other side of your family, uncle.
Yes, and Uncle BM. Yes, BM.
And you said this BM is, even though he is a Florida man, but he's currently in a different state.
Yes, he lives in Pennsylvania. He did live in Florida for a while, but he does not like Florida.
Right. And so, he believes in a lot of crazy things. And
absolutely.
So apparently he was married to a very controlling woman, and he had a dog issue, right?
Oh yes, he was married to. I don't mind saying her name. Anna the Banana.
He was married to an Anna the Banana?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, actually, speaking of Annas, anyone named Anna, I don't really get along with that well.
But that's the thing. You got a name that you don't get along with.
Yeah, because I had an interview once with an Anna for a security gig, and this lady was ready to go postal.
Okay.
Was she Colombian?
That's affirmative.
Really? So wait, there's more than one?
Actually, she wasn't Colombian. She was I think she was Puerto Rican.
Oh.
Here we go again.
And
so she wasn't La Queen of Cocaina, as you called the other one.
No, actually, the Queen of Cocaina, I actually sort of like her. I mean, I actually don't have an issue with her. Hell,
but she doesn't know her time and place.
She does.
Well, look, I still believe leaving individuals out of this is a good idea. So continue with this Anna Banana as it is. I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, this Anna the Banana lady. She was married to my Uncle BM for I think approximately 17 years. She wasted my uncle's 17 years of his life, basically.
2 decades almost, all right.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she pretty much brainwashed him, didn't let him eat, didn't let him do anything.
Good God.
Kept him from working, told him he couldn't have a job, pretty much put him in his place.
Right, okay.
He really needed some MGTOW in his life, but...
what is that?
No, we'll get to that in a later episode.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll get into MGTOW now, because like I said, this is part of the flow.
Right.
All right.
MGTOW base stands for men going their own way. That basically means not letting your woman control you, but you control them.
Well, it's like kind of a simple way to describe the movement is like, not a lot of people know of MGTOW, but a lot of people know of like third wave feminism.
Okay, so it's a movement. It's not something you invented.
It's kind of like the mirror image of third wave feminism on the male side. Like, mean, to kind of sum it up in a sentence, that would sort of be a...
So you cut your hair and dye it pink and like...
Now, mind you, it is sort of disorganized in a way, which that's part of why I'm a part of it, because it is I don't believe in anything organized.
Sounds very Florida man, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we have certain rules, but, other rules we don't really follow. Like, some of them say, like, you have to be celibate and sleep with a blow-up doll. Obviously...
What?
Obviously, for me, that part's not going to cut it for me.
Right.
So, I will admit, I have my little playthings on the side. I'm not going to lie.
What,
but,
more on that later.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, a flesh and blood plaything.
Oh, gotcha.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who is currently...
So you're part of this disorganized group called MGTOW that makes people fuck blow-up dolls. That sounds very interesting. Is this an online-based community? Or where did
it's somewhat... there's a guy in Toronto. He has a YouTube channel. He's called Sandman. And he's sort of like, he talks about it a lot, and
he's kind of like the ringleader of the movie.
Right.
More-
So they're
more
a bunch of pissed off guys. The women don't like them. They don't know how to talk to girls. They don't get laid, so they're fucking pissed. So women.
Well, it's like I said,
some of them are, or some of them are like my uncle and myself that just had bad relationships. But unlike my uncle who doesn't keep learning from his dumb mistake, hell, he's trying to hook back up with the damn girl.
Oh,
the same one.
I didn't hear about this part.
Well, he's also, mind you, he is a science fiction writer. He's trying to get a couple books published. So
Of course he is.
So he's trying to use her for his editing because he's not too good with computers or smart technology. He's very old school.
Right, and there's no other option other than the banana here.
More or less so.
And
mind you, this banana. Let's name all the great things she did for him.
Right.
He had a nice tent set up out in the woods.
A tent.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is up in PA, of course.
All right. We got tents. Okay.
And apparently, she stole it. And,
she stole his tent out of the woods.
Yep.
And what'd she do with it? Like, what do you do? Sell it? I mean, like, is there a serial number on it? Like, what do you do with a tent here? You know?
Apparently, she sold it for a can of beans.
She sold it for a can of beans.
Wow.
All
right.
Well, mind you, they were living in a trailer park out somewhere up in PA, and then also she broke him away from the family, so we didn't have contact with them for almost 8 years.
Wow.
She had a lot to do. Even though he says, "Oh, that was my idea," bullshit. That was her idea. She said he couldn't talk to his mother, couldn't talk to his sister, which is my mother,
right.
or his brother, which is my other uncle.
Okay.
Like she pretty much kept him out of the loop of everybody. She pretty much told him to stay at home, not eat, and just give him water, and pretty much controlled the poor guy.
And don't go near your tent. No reason, just don't go there.
More or less, yeah. She pawned off a lot of his stuff. He had some family heirlooms, some antique firearms. She made him sell all that stuff, which is some stuff that's irreplaceable.
All right.
Yeah. And she pretty much controlled him for 17 years of his life.
So is he back down here, or is he up there?
He's up in PA, currently a bachelor. If anyone was listening, he is single, and I tell you, he does need to get some good pussy because I think I think that would do him some good because, I mean, mind you, he is living in the backwoods of PA. Next to a bunch of Amish people and the Ku Klux Klan for the most part, and I do think he needs to socialize with
right.
with
more than just the blow up dolls that they give you.
Yeah,
the MGTOW gives you,
and some. I think hanging around with the Klan and the Amish ain't necessarily the best thing in the world for a person.
So this guy is really like a Florida man in a Pennsylvania world, right?
Oh yeah, Florida man goes far.
Yeah, more or less. Like I said, to be a Florida man, you don't have to necessarily live in Florida. Florida man can branch out and live in other areas.
Well, I would love to hear what your requirements of Florida man would be.
Well, Florida man, it's not really requirements. It's more or less a way of life.
State of mind?
State of mind, key word. A state of mind.
So no rules, but what would you say define, am I a Florida man?
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Actually, most of us here are Florida men.
I don't know if I'd call myself a Florida man.
Well, no, King David, you're just in denial. That's all. No. You're just in denial.
We've talked about this. We do know a general, and we should do a whole episode on that guy.
Oh, yes.
The general Florida man?
Yeah, okay. I think we've told you about him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's a but the thing about Florida man is, I think I was talking about before, there's two types, right? There's a non-meth variety, which is, Frankie. Okay. And then there's a meth variety, like, someone high in meth in one of the meth counties. Usually sort of more, a little bit north of here. They go into a store to buy beer and pay for it with a baby alligator.
They pay for things with baby alligators?
Yeah, I believe that's a real incident. If you Google that, you'll find it.
I wish that was a thing.
No, but that's the meth variety.
There was also a meth variety, a MGTOW Florida man who apparently was busted for trying to fuck a table.
What? I haven't heard about that. Wait, what happened?
Well, this is an interesting story. It happened several years back. I think this was actually back in high school when I was in high school, ironically. This guy was busted for trying to fuck a table.
Wow.
He was at a...
Was there a hole in the table? Or?
Yeah. You know the hole where the umbrella is?
Oh, my God. All right.
And then the fire department had to get involved because...
No, but that sounds very unsanitary, to go back to your Boynton Beach story.
Right.
Well, mind you, this guy had to be hopped up on some good shit.
Well, the meth variety, right?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. In the meth variety, they have different rules and conduct, so I guess this guy, he figured he was going to go fuck the table.
Wow.
But actually, I've noticed one thing about you. The non-meth variety does not like the meth variety. I mean, look, you wanted to pee on your dead cousin's grave.
Right,
well, actually, my cousin, I'm going to say this for a disclosure, he was not a Florida man.
Okay.
Really?
He was not a Florida man. He was just brought up in bad circumstances.
But his mom's a Florida woman.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Very confirming.
And unfortunately, he got caught in the crossfires. Actually, if he would have had a different life circumstances, I actually think he would have been a very successful mechanic in life.
Yeah.
And I think he would have gone far.
But actually, that sort of reminds me of another family member of yours.
Yes.
Your brother, right? Now,
Yes.
He himself apparently is trying to steal your title of the village idiot.
Yes.
But you said your brother is not a Florida man.
No, my brother is not. He is just a very naive and sheltered little boy.
But apparently the girl he's with is a meth
Oh,
variety or
absolutely.
crackhead variety Florida woman, right?
And mind you, what makes me different from my little brother versus me, mind you, I've been getting in trouble since I was a young kid.
Right.
It's a miracle I haven't been busted for any of the dumb shit that I did back in the day.
Right. Yeah. All of us, I guess, could say that.
Unlike my little brother, who was a mama's little boy, like I said, his first day of school was like when he was in middle school when his mommy wasn't with him, because my mom used to work in the school where he went to school at.
Okay.
So he never had that true first day till he was in middle school. First day in middle school, he was crying his little eyes out like a little pussy.
In middle school, in 6th grade. Year.
Yeah, because
Wow.
Like 12, 11?
Yeah, because my brother never had that experience. Me, my first day in school was kindergarten. I remember my parents, they just dropped me off.
Yeah.
I said it. They said, "We'll see you at 2:00." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. Fuck you guys. Have a good day."
Right. And that was right when you started raising up your army there. Of,
well, come on.
12 o'clock.
Well, let's go back to my education for a minute here.
Here we go.
Back as a kid, let's see what I didn't get kicked out of. All right, let's see. I got kicked out of a Presbyterian Christian pre-K.
Why? Short answer.
Short answer. Let's see. I decided to run around naked.
Whoa,
And
whoa, is there food involved? Come on, man.
That does not sound like the time and the place for that.
Well, mind you, this is back in the day when I was a dumb little 3-year-old, 5-year-old kid, I guess. And apparently, I was known to run around naked.
Okay,
like I said, I was G.G. Allen before I knew it back then.
Right.
So, first thing I did when I went to school was I used to take off my clothes.
Right.
And sit down.
No goddamn pants.
Nothing on. I wanted to be completely naked.
You ain't got no goddamn
All right,
pants.
so the Presbyterians are like, all right, this kid's obviously Satan. So next,
more or less, they actually tried to do an exorcism on me. They thought I was the son of the devil. I don't know.
Wait. All right, we got it. What? I want to hear about this exorcism. How exactly did this go down? What did they do? Approach your mom? Like, yo, listen.
More or less. So they're telling my parents, they're like, either he takes some sort of like exorcism or becomes a born again, or he's out of the program here.
Okay.
How old were you when they wanted to give you an exorcism?
I was like 3 years old.
You were 3. Oh wow. You were in school already at 3.
I was in pre-K.
I wonder you were naked.
And then my parents said come to pick them. Well, my mom would come and pick me up.
Right.
First thing I do is when my mom came to pick me up, I used to kick her right in the shin. as soon as she came to pick me up.
You would just kick her right in the shin? That was your reaction. Thanks for leaving me here all day with these guys. Boom, right in the shin.
Well, yeah. Like I said, my mother, she didn't even bother pulling out of the parking lot half the time because she knew they'd be getting the phone call before she even left.
Right.
Well,
I've got to hear about this exorcism. So did it happen? Did it go down?
Yeah, what happened?
No. Oh,
No.
No, but I mean, for a Presbyterian, someone doing exorcism, that's usually a Catholic thing. You got to be pretty bad.
Right.
Well, like I said, I used to run around naked in there, jump up.
No goddamn pants.
Kicking shins.
Yeah, jumping on the desk, turning off all the lights on and off.
Wow.
Playing, trying to type up crazy shit in the TRX computer, and messing with the Commodore.
So it sounds like there was sort of a story to how you learned the time and the place.
Yeah.
More or less, like I said,
There's roots to it all.
as the years gone by, I got more and more wiser, and then after getting kicked out of that, of course, I got
you when you were 3 years old, you got kicked out of pre-K.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I got kicked out of that.
Right.
And then the second thing I got kicked out of was my parents enrolled me into school, of course. Then they got me into karate.
Oh, okay.
I was there for a little while.
Yeah, teach the kid karate. Kick shins. Let's just tell him how to do it better.
Well, this got
It's
good.
like Bobby Hill. That's my first.
I was in karate for about 1st to 2nd grade until I apparently decided to try to choke out one of the other students.
Well, isn't that like part of karate?
Wait, why did you try?
Yeah, apparently.
Why did you try and choke out?
Because the instructor said to practice,
Right. Okay.
So I figured, okay, because they didn't tell me they're like between either pretend to do it or really do it. So I figured, fuck.
Yeah, that's honest right there.
I'm like, fuck, I'm going to really try to strangle someone if I don't get in trouble here. So I grabbed this kid. He's fucking turned him blue.
Oh,
Lord. and then he starts like, oh, you're killing you. Oh, and I'm like, and then I start fighting the instructor. And then he grabbed me by the side, like a fucking like hog. He's holding me like underneath his arms, and I'm like kicking and screaming like a fucking pig.
Like a hog.
Yeah, and mind you, at the time, I must have weighed no more than like 30, 40 pounds. I was real skinny back in the day. Sure. Must have been all the Adderall they put me on.
Oh, so you kind of were a meth variety.
Yeah, you kind of were. Huh?
Oh, back in the day, my God. My parents, they did whatever the doctor said. The doctor says, oh, give me Ritalin and Adderall. I was on all kinds of crazy ass shit.
Wow, so you
sounds
actually
like
were the meth variety, Florida man in a way.
Absolutely.
I think it's like a very similar chemical.
It is
right,
similar.
right.
More or less.
So really, what we're kind of learning here is that what you are today and all the things you're against is what you used to be.
Exactly.
So there's a nice pattern here.
Well, it's like I said, it's how he learned time and place.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then there's the next thing. Okay, that was karate.
All right,
next thing I got kicked out of was Cub Scouts.
Oh no, Cub Scouts.
And you have a grudge against them, right?
Oh, absolutely. I am looking forward. If there's any lawyers or anyone listening, please, for the love of God, I want to file a suit. I just want my $2 to put on my wall, on my plaque, to say that I've defeated Boy Scouts. I've been saying this. I've been saying this shit for years. They've been saying that Boy Scouts kids have been getting molested and all this.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to
that
say
happened to you? You got diddled?
I told the lawyer that the Cub Scout leader tucked my pee-pee, even though he probably didn't. I just saying that just so I can get my $2.
Wait. That's that's kind of. There's a lot of girls calling rape right now that isn't actually happening. I don't think you could do that.
So Florida man and the Me Too movement meet.
Here we go.
Well, it's not really the Me Too. Like I said.
Yeah, Me Too. The guy touched Me Too.
Well, the problem is they say you have to have some sort of sexual thing happening. Let me tell you what happened to me in Boy Scouts, or I should say Cub Scouts.
For the record, did anyone touch your pee-pee in Boy Scouts?
No.
Okay.
No, but I will tell you, I touched a lot of other shit.
Let's hear this.
Let's see what I did in Cub Scouts. Let's see. My mother, she was like the pack leader at one time.
Okay.
They actually wanted to keep her, but they didn't want to keep me. So anyways, like when they kicked me out ultimately, but let's give you some background. Let's see. First thing about what Cub Scouts I didn't like was let's see. Rule number 1. Rules. I didn't like all their dumb bullshit rules. They said you couldn't stand up or talk whenever you want. You couldn't do whatever you want. So I thought it was all a bunch of bullshit. I even said as a kid, and mind you, when I was a young kid, I had a pretty good philosophy of views and probably a deeper understanding on the world than what most people have in this day and age. I mean, my grandfather and I, we used to watch the History Channel all day. This is back in the day when it was actually known as the Hitler Channel.
Yeah, right.
So we were watching that all day. I mean, I was pretty well versed on history and understanding how the world was. I think that's why a lot of people in some aspects were afraid of me.
Right.
Was not because of my behavior, but because of what I have in here.
Yeah, that and the shin kicking.
Yeah. But anyways, I said this Boy Scout shit, that's a fucking cult. Like they had these ceremonies. I mean, I tell you, if you ever went to a Boy Scout meeting, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I did.
I'm telling you, it is a fucking cult. They then mind you, they serve Kool-Aid, they serve punch. They had like food there.
Jim Jones.
Oh, well, actually, they do. They always have to give some sort of bullshit prayer.
Yeah,
you know.
They got the whole higher power and the swear up and all that.
Well, I didn't grow up in Florida, so I think I probably had a bit of a different experience.
Well, I tell you,
I had a good experience.
My experience in Boy Scouts was goofy.
Right.
And then,
you were in a different state.
And then my parents and my mom was like, okay, it's good. And then like every time I go there, I used to get angry at the scout leader. I used to rip off my uniform and walk around. Not completely.
Did you have on goddamn pants?
Just had my underwear on because I said I refused to wear the uniform because I don't believe in it.
Right. So it was a defiance against the uniform.
What if people were eating and you started stripping down?
I didn't give a fuck. I was known to knock over the fucking the food.
Wow.
I was known to throw the juice at the people.
Wow.
You were a hellraiser, Frankie.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I say I give my parents the Parents of a Lifetime award for putting up with my fucking bullshit.
There you go. You heard it here.
But actually going back to that, right? Your parents, what they're putting up with. So your brother has a crackhead girlfriend.
Oh yes.
And so it sounds like she's kind of almost now, as an adult, young adult, kind of out of control like you were, but except with drugs and shit.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
so she's constantly taking off her clothes.
Well, my dumb little brother, AC.
She got to pay for the crack.
Well, mind you, he's a very sheltered little boy. Like I said, just from that brief history, basically from the brief history of what I just gave you. Like I said, I got exposed to life. He didn't. My parents sheltered that kid, I think, way too goddamn much.
Okay.
That kid didn't get a bitch slap of reality.
And I take it your brother's not going to ever hear the show.
He probably won't.
Okay.
Anyways, if he does, I don't care. Let him hear.
Or any of your
Well,
family.
but we already talked about how he's trying to steal his title.
Right.
More or less. So.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, and like I said, I love my brother to death. He's a great guy. He just seriously needs a life awakening.
All right. How old is he now?
He's like 24, 25.
That's kind of young. That's kind of.
Yeah, like I said, he's about the friend of one of our young lady friends in our group. Actually, I think them two need to meet up because I think both of them have similar relationship issues, except on one extreme to the other. And I think maybe together, if them two meet up, they might be able to get their shit together.
Solving the problem. So this girlfriend. What's up with
Florida
this
man? Yeah, this girlfriend. She's taking your brother for a ride, right?
More or less so. And he's so damn naive. He literally gets up, regardless of the hour, to go help this girl. And she says, she needs to pay her electric bill at 3 a.m. Or, no, she needs to pay her landlord at 1 a.m.
Right.
I'm like, and then I remember one night he was recently, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, he was spending the night at the girl's house. And I said, what do y'all do? He said, she made me clean the house. I said,
in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's a common thing in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And I tell my brother, I said, dude, there's nothing good at this. I said, say again, bro. You guys didn't fuck. You didn't do. He said, no. The fucking girl made me clean the house all night long. I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, Brandon. I said, wait a minute, AC. What the fuck you doing? You letting this girl clean your fucking? You're letting the girl clean your fucking house? And he's like, yeah. I said, what? Why did she come over here and clean our house?
Right.
Our house needs cleaning.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to draft that little Russian girl of mine in Belarus over here for.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I got to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him, I said, bro, that's her job to clean her own fucking house, not your. And he's like, well, she's going through a lot of stress. Her parents are getting a divorce. I said, let me guess, because of her stupidity.
Right. So according to you, like, it's a woman's job.
It's pretty much all her fault. She's a crackhead. She's a dope user. And quite frankly, I'm waiting for the day that she overdoses. Because I'm planning to go to the funeral, and I am planning. I'm gonna. Well, actually, I've ordered up the stuff for the funeral. I gotta go online actually, probably today or tomorrow. I gotta wait till I get paid again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a funeral wreath written in Russian and Cyrillic, and so no one will understand it but me. Because remember, the joke's gonna be on me. It's not gonna be on anybody else. Because this is my fucking ballet. This is my joke. So I'm going there with my funeral wreath presented, and it basically be written in Cyrillic. It's gonna be like hopefully by the time she does die, hopefully it turns brown and it's all dried up.
But you're expecting this.
So you're ordering the bouquet before she departs this earth.
Yeah, because I don't want it to be nice and green and lush. I want it to be
also,
brown.
She doesn't deserve that.
He seems to be hoping that it's like pretty soon.
It
does sound pretty, imminent the way or maybe that's just wishful thinking on his part coming out.
It's not wishful thinking. When you, it's like if you put a 357 Magnum in your mouth, you put one bullet and you spin the chamber. Eventually, it's gonna go off.
Russian roulette.
Right.
Yeah,
on the subject of Cyrillic, stuff.
Well, more or less so. That's what's gonna happen. If you put a gun to your head and you can keep pulling the trigger, eventually it's gonna go off.
Right.
That's the same thing when you stick that needle in your arm.
Oh, she does needles. I thought it was just crack.
She does it all. My brother said, oh, the needle she had, she said that's diabetic, but she's not diabetic. I said, bro, you're fucking her, right? He's like, yeah. Right. I'm like, do you not see the track marks? He's like, I don't pay attention.
All right.
I said, bro, you need to get your head out of your ass.
And she's the same age there? She's like...
She's actually older than him.
Yeah. I thought she was younger.
She's about 29, 30. She's actually about my age.
Oh, wow.
And there is a lot of that stuff happening
and then I said, bro, bring her to the house. I want to meet her. We all want to meet her. He never brings her over to the house.
So you haven't even met her?
No.
I thought you said you have. You've seen her.
We had a Facebook conversation. I pretty much told him.
So you've seen her?
No, on Facebook.
But I mean, she exists. All right.
Yeah,
Is she hot? Is she hot?
I don't really know. I'm going by what I said.
No, you showed me her Facebook.
Yeah.
So is she hot? That's the question.
I really don't think so. She's nothing to write home about.
I think I just saw like one picture of her and she looked okay, but I don't remember how much of her.
Oh, you've seen her too?
No, he showed me the Facebook.
He showed you the Facebook.
But actually,
which currently she has me blocked and deleted on. After apparently I sent her a very beautiful conversation regarding.
Apparently, or you did?
Stay away.
I told her like how Saucer said in Scarface to Tony, don't fuck me. And I told her that very clearly. I said, don't fuck with my brother. And since she's been fucking with him,
right?
Guess what she gets? She gets me letting her up on Facebook. I told her, I said, lady, I said, first off, you're my brother. or I say, you owe me 20 grand, because that's what she costed my brother, about 20 grand.
His brother keeps spending money on her.
Yeah, how did you come up with that number, though? You got a calculator?
That's what my brother told me.
That's what he told you.
He told me the amount of money. Because I remember how much money he used to be a hustler. He used to have tons of money.
Right.
Now she drained him dry.
Drained him out. I got you. And I want to know, what is he trying to take your village idiot crown? Because of this? Because of the girl?
He thinks this girl's the only thing he can get. I said, bro, you can get yourself a lot better woman than this shit. I said, bro, this pussy is not worth. I said this is that, and then when everyone else listening, this is a rule I'm gonna give y'all. If anything makes you so miserable that you're pretty much a fucking zombie, don't matter if it's a relationship, a job, a group of people, or a circumstance, get away. If something makes you that fucking angry and takes your happiness away and takes your love of life away, leave it. It don't matter if it's a shitty job. This could be a job where you're getting paid $1 million fucking plus a year. Right. And if you're fucking miserable where you're like, give me fucking cancer and AIDS now, God, that's obviously not the job for you.
Is that what your brother's saying? Is he basically wishing for death?
Now, this is him being a Florida man because, he was kind of, telling the crazy stories. Now he's actually saying something that makes quite a bit of sense.
That was some sage advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Sage advice to anybody listening.
Right. More or less so. So it's like, so if something's that bad, just leave it. And that's what I keep preaching to them. I tell my little brother every day, and I even send him videos on Messenger, like Frank Zappa, "Don't Eat the Yellow Snow." Every day.
You always talk about that song. Use it as a reference point.
It's a great song, but what does that have to do with anything?
But the thing is, though, he keeps eating it. I said, bro, how many times do you have to keep eating the yellow snow? Every time you meet up with this girl, you're just eating the yellow snow. What do you think it's going to turn into? You think it's going to turn into gold? It's not fucking gold, it's fucking piss.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't work, dude.
Yeah, you got to watch out where those huskies go. I know.
Exactly, and that's what I keep telling him, and he doesn't listen. He's like, I'm in love with her. She's the greatest thing. I said, bro, look at you, man. You come home every day miserable.
Right.
You wear the same white beater every day. It used to be white. Now it's yellow.
Yellow snow.
Yellow snow.
I mean, more or less, I said, bro, look at you. You used to be all happy and go. Look at you. Now you sit there in your room, you play your video game all day, and you sleep with your cell phone on next to your pillow, waiting.
In case she calls.
Waiting for that call to come in.
Wow.
And every time I tell you, bro, I said, bro, let me ride with you when you go. I said, get me up when we go out. I'll get up at 2, 3 in the morning, even though I probably shouldn't. My ass needs to be sleeping because I got to get up a couple hours later.
Right.
But you know what? For him, I'll go with him because I tell you, I want to meet this fucking girl. Right. And I'm going to ask her, I said, so why do you need my brother's money at fucking 3 in the morning? What's so fucking important at this time?
Right.
You got to go ready to go meet a drug dealer? Can I ride with? I'll go for a ride. I used to hustle with them type of people. We'll see what goes down.
No, but actually.
And guess what? I'll handle it my way.
Right.
And guess what?
And how would that be?
Probably not very good. But you know what though? He wouldn't be getting fucked anymore.